What if I told you you could buy one property, use the same money to buy another one, and keep repeating it without saving for another deal? This is how smart South African investors build massive portfolios. Most people think you need to save for every deal, but with this method, your first property pays for the next one. Even if you have 50,000 or 100,000 saved, you can start using these creative strategies. You don't actually need to save for every new property. Instead, you can use just one deposit to buy multiple properties. How? Let me show you. Your first property could pay for the next one. Here's how it works. Step 1. Buy a cheap distressed property. Step 2. Renovate your property. Step 3. After upgrades, get your property valued. Step 4. Refinance and get some cash in your pocket. Step 5. You take out your original investment. And step 6. Use it to buy another property. The result? You own 2 properties using the same money. Banks love this when done right because they get more interest from you. Not sure if a bank will approve you? No stress, just use a bond originator. They will shop around, get you the best deals, sometimes as high as 90% loan to value. Listen, I just showed you how to recycle your money for multiple investment. But if you want to build real wealth, you need a game plan. I will personally show you how to build your property empire step by step for free. But this is limited. So go to Property Ask Ekow right after this video and book your consultation before spots run out. And if you are starting small, you don't need a million rent property to make it work. The same strategy applies to a 500,000 rent apartment in Johannesburg or a townhouse in anywhere in the world. This strategy helps you negotiate best. Most people think they have to accept the asking price, but the best investors don't. Look for motivated sellers, repossessions, estate sales to get properties below market value. Use cash offers as leverage. Even if you are refinancing, offer a quick close to get a lower price. Ask for seller financing. Some sellers might accept a small deposit with structured payment instead of full payment upfront. Get repairs discounted. If a property needs work, negotiate the price down instead of asking the seller to fix it. Finding a great deal is half the battle. The real magic happens when you take the deal and turn it into a wealth building machine. And that's where BRRRR comes in. So what is BRRRR? Buy, find undervalued fixer-upper, rehab, and add value through strategic renovations. Rent, secure steady rental income. Refinance, get the banks to increase the valuation. Repeat, pull out your initial investment and buy again. It's like flipping a house, but you keep it and still make money. Why does this work? Instead of using your own money for every deal, use the bank's money to scale. Instead of waiting for years for property values to rise, you force appreciation instantly. Now, let's talk about the business logic behind why banks support BRRRR. Think about it. Why do banks support BRRRR investors? Because they want to lend money, but only to those who can reduce their risk. If you can increase the property's value, find a solid tenant, and prove your ability to pay, you become a low-risk, high-value client. That's why banks are happy to refinance your deal as long as the numbers make sense. So, how do banks decide your new property value? Banks don't just hand out cash. They assess your property before refinancing. Comparable sales, they look at recent sales, renovation impact, improvements made, rental income, how much rental are you generating? Most investors stop at refinancing. That's a huge mistake. The real trick is knowing how to use that new value to grow your portfolio faster than anyone else. Let me explain why most investors get it wrong. Here is the difference between a regular property investor and a wealthy one. The average investor saves up for every property. The wealthy investor uses the bank's money to scale. Would you rather wait 10 years to buy 5 properties or use BRRRR to buy 5 properties in 3 years? Smart debt equals smart wealth building. Choosing the right loan can save you or cost you thousands, So, fixed versus variable interest rate, which is best for BRRRR? Fixed rate gives you stability but more expensive upfront. Variable rate, cheaper upfront but riskier if interest rate increases. You might be wondering, does this work in South Africa? Yes. Let's look at how real investors use this exact strategy to go from zero to property mogul. Let me give you a real-life example of how I turned 150,000 into 600,000 profits. I bought a 3-bedroom house near the University of Johannesburg for 1.2 million, converted the lounge into an extra bedroom, added a small kitchenette for 150,000 rand. The result, property value increased to 1.8 million, refinanced it at 1.4 million, used the 200,000 rand to buy another student rental accommodation in Soshanguve next to TUT. I didn't save for years. I used a personal loan for part of the deposit and found a motivated seller who accepted lower upfront costs. Most investors wait for appreciation. Smart investors create it. A 150,000 in renovation unlocked 600,000 in new value. I 4x'd my money. Let me show you another example where I did flipping to holding in Johannesburg. I found a bank repossessed house for 250,000, upgraded flooring, kitchen and bathroom for 100,000. Result, new value hit 850,000, refinanced it for 750,000 and bought a second property in the same street using the same money. I didn't just buy property. I created wealth through forced appreciation. This proves that a small 100,000 upgrade can help you buy more properties with the same money. Renovations are key. And here's another one. One of my students found a 2-bedroom property for 450,000 in a rental hotspot. Spent 80,000 on minor upgrades, paint, new kitchen, security upgrades. New value increased to 750,000 rand within a year, allowing him to pull 100,000 rand to buy a second unit. And hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, you are going to love my next video, the property investment hack banks hate. This next video reveals the secret that banks hope you never find: how to build wealth, buy real estate, and beat them at their own game. But wait, don't rush there yet. There's one more thing you need to know in this video. It will all make sense soon. We don't need a mansion. BRRRR works even with low-cost property. If a 250 property can make money, anyone can do this. So, what if things go wrong? What if the banks won't refinance? Sell it to another investor for profit. Bad tenant, use a reputable rental agent to screen properly. Unexpected cost, always have an emergency fund for repairs. Smart investor always have plan B. Here is the thing. Most investors fail not because they don't try, but because they buy the wrong properties. Want to avoid disaster? Then you need to understand value-add properties. Here is what to look for in a BRRRR. Look for undervalued properties, estate sales, repossessions, auctions, cosmetic fixer-uppers. Look for cheap upgrades that can give you higher returns. Multi-unit potential. Look for big properties that can turn into multi-unit or student rentals. Location. Target high-growth rental areas. Here are some of the biggest mistakes new investors make. Waiting for property values to go up. BRRRR doesn't rely on market trends. You create the value yourself. A new kitchen, fresh paint, smart upgrade can increase the property's value by hundreds of thousands of rands. Avoid these mistakes. Don't buy in low-demand areas. Banks won't refinance it. Don't over-improve. Keep renovations budget-friendly. Don't take bad financing. Get pre-approved bond for refinancing. Location matters. Forgetting about rental demands means no tenant, no cash flow. So, why BRRRR beats traditional investing? You've seen how I turned 150,000 into 600,000 profits. how I used bank repo to grow to 850,000 in 6 months, and how a first-time home buyer used BRRRR to buy a 450,000 property with no money left in the deal. Now imagine if you started BRRRR a few years ago, where would you be today? The good news, it's not too late. Let me help you start now. Most people never learn this because no one shares it. Don't let your friends miss out. Take them now. This strategy is changing lives, but only for those who know about it. Don't let your friends left behind. Tag one person who needs this hack and let's help them buy multiple properties with just one deposit. Most people wait years for their next property. BRRRR investors move fast. This is how the rich keeps winning in real estate. They don't just buy property. They build wealth strategically. Want to learn how to use BRRRR to build wealth faster? Let's chat. Book a free consultation at propertyaskekow.com, linked in the description. Be a legacy builder. See you in the next video. Peace.